have enough people. I'm just trying to clarify that with the group as majority. If we're not willing to vote on the proposal unless we have enough people to, step forward and be possibly taken away by the TPD. Is that what we want to do, people? Yes.
I mean, that's exactly what, in a way, yes. I mean, that's the proposal is. I mean, the actual vote on the proposal is going to be that. It's going to be exactly people coming forward to saying, yes, I support it. When you support the proposal, means that you are more or less identifying as a person that will be willing to take that risk. I mean, if you don't support the proposal, I guess it's not doesn't mean 100% that you're willing. Maybe you stand behind it, but you're not willing to be arrested. So the way I look at it is, if you like this proposal and we come to a vote and you vote yes on it, it means one of two things. You're either going to be one of those persons that will be willing to be arrested if that becomes the case, or willing to be part of the support team. If you're not willing to either be arrested or willing to be part of the support team and you vote yes, I don't understand what you're voting yes on, because if you can't do either one, you're not really supporting it, so you can't. So by supporting it, you're at least agreeing to be either be arrested, possibly if that becomes the case, or be part of the support team.
Okay.
That was crazy.
I just want to say, I think that this, not entirely proposal, but just we need to focus just on the proposal right now, not on contingencies and stuff like that. That's part of logistics. We need to just focus on who's willing to get arrested, who's going to be support team. Are we doing this? And that's the only thing the conversation I think should be on at this moment.
Yeah. Can we keep it down over there, please? Because we're having a meeting over here. Thank you. Let's just clarify. I mean, I just want to, just for technicality's sake, are we gonna make the proposal? Are we gonna make the vote on the proposal also in a way the asking of people whether they're stepping forward, or are we gonna ask people if they're stepping forward separately from taking a vote on a proposal?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Yeah, I think I'm seeing heads say that we should ask who's willing to step forward separately to be arrested first from actually taking a vote on a proposal. Okay, that's fine.
You did have a hand up over here.
Oh, lady with the black hair.
Me? Yeah. I'm really sorry that I missed a lot of this. And I've been trying to come down at night to give you guys something, but I cannot spend the night, but I'm willing to get arrested. I don't know, how does that work? I mean, do I just come up here at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning? Is that what you're saying?
That's all logistics.
That's all logistics.
We'll work out later.
Okay.
Any other discussion points before we take basic body count? If I guess we're just going to have people step forward if they're willing to get arrested. Did you want to bring up something before we even start that?
No, that's fine.
Sure.
There might be a point of practicality in that if people are going to stand forward to volunteer to be arrested, there should probably be a time that this is going to happen so people can know if they can even be there.
Logistics.
Okay. But I'd like to clarify a couple of things indirectly to that. First of all, I don't want this to be phrased or framed as you're volunteering to get arrested.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
I want to make that clear because this is a very important point. You're volunteering to make a stand. If we get arrested, it's not going to be our decision. It's going to be the decision of the police department, not our decision. So you're not volunteering to get arrested.
Right.
You're volunteering to take a stand because of our cause, and you may get arrested because of it. That's the first thing. The other thing, as far as the question about a date, I think that I would offer, as part of the proposal, this was discussed yesterday, that this happens ASAP. Because of the immediacy of the situation of the people staying here overnight. We did not want to come up with a date before we find out if people are willing to take that action, because immediately after if the action is voted yes, that we are willing to take that action, then we immediately meet and start discussing all the logistics, and they're probably not going to be worked out in one meeting. So that the part of the date part is yet to be decided, but it will be worked on quickly.
Yeah.
shit. Sorry, let me get my head bearings back real quick. Just as a way to sort of reiterate what he's saying and not to get too far off, I'll make it short. I apologize for the phrasing. You're correct. You're absolutely correct. This is taking a stand. We don't know what will transpire. The basic idea is that when we announce this plan to the world, the hope is, for me specifically, that we're going to see that mass that came the first day. That we're going to busily get to doing what we're doing while the mass is here. Because if anybody witnessed Minneapolis go up, I thought it was brilliant and I thought it was beautiful. And it's part of the reason I'll push for any plan that is going to go forward that's going to include a mass of people, which is they had set up an area, all their tents in one area, one solid area of tents. They had a whole ring of people lock arms around those tents, and then all around those people were their support team, the supporters, the people who were going to be there to make the stand with them and to help guard the tents even more. So this was a whole logistical thing that they put together that we can talk about on our logistical thing. This isn't the proposal. This is just an overview of one possibility that could be the plan after we vote. Okay? Anybody else?
Alex, you have something? What? No, I was agreeing. I'm Jeff.
Yeah, before we see who's willing to come forward, because there's, I don't know, I didn't count how many people here. There's probably about 40 people here, or so. What I would just let people keep in mind that this is about you, obviously, it's an individual choice you have to make, but if you know someone that you know for sure would be willing to participate in this nonviolent civil disobedience direct action that is not here, please say so, because there may be others that didn't show up today that are willing to do this, and if you know any of them directly, we need to kind of get an idea of that to see whether we're going to go forward or not. Because I know of others that are not here that will do that. So.
Who was over there? Blue shirt.
Oh, me? Yeah, I guess I just had a different kind of a thought about it. I guess I'm wondering, first of all, a question, then a short comment. I wonder what the ultimate goal is. And if the ultimate goal is somehow to communicate, I wonder if I'm not sure you're getting anything across by being arrested other than these guys being arrested. We're going to reach a limit on how far that will go pretty quickly, even a hunger strike. We're going to reach limits pretty quickly. But I wonder if something like having very select protests, walking around with signs during the day, during lunch hour, or when people are arriving to work, or when people are leaving, standing and handing out information and doing information kinds of things. I wonder if you'd be communicating more, you'd be getting a message across, and you'd also be showing protest, and then you'd also be leapfrogging over this stage that we're at now. Because I have a feeling that at a certain point, this whole thing is going to implode with either tents being taken away, the support team will be there, then what? We're going to reach limits quickly. And I guess we need to, and I guess I'm just wondering, all right, so what do we want to communicate? How would you go about communicating it? And how would you go about showing visible protest? And at the same time being somewhat of an eyesore during the day when employees are going into Toledo Edison or the PNC, etc.
Can I say something?
You have to be on the stack.
Be on the stack.
No.
I'd like to respond to you also while I'm at it, if you don't mind. Shoot, I lost what I was going to say. All right, I'll respond to you first, and I'm sure it'll come back. We can do all of those things, but we must, I think, first account for survival. We're not going to do anything if we're not here. I'll be damned if I can remember what I was going to say, so I think I'll leave it at that.
And there's
What?
Sean?
Okay, I just wanted to say I really appreciate your cynicism, but I genuinely think, well, let's be fair, we need to be a little bit cynical. I just want to say that I think that we need to actually, we want to do all those things, but honestly, it's really hard when we don't actually have safety or a place to meet to do it. This is supposed to be the place we meet and plan those things. It's extremely difficult. All the general assemblies that we have every day are designed so that we can discuss and make proposals to do those things. It's really hard when it's incredibly windy. There's not a safe place to do it because it's raining and torrenting. Not easy to discuss. That's why we put this priority here first, so that we can really start putting rubber to the road as far as implementing all those things you're talking about. So that's why we are prioritizing that over that for this moment, and that's why I also propose that we make that decision as quickly as possible so we can start doing those things. But other than that, I think that was a very well worded statement.
Who's next?
Grace. Well, that was gonna say what Sean said, but also I just want to bring up the idea of step up, step back, which means that if you've been talking a lot and talking too long, take a step back. People who haven't spoken up, step up. I think that's an important thing to keep this inclusive. Alex?
I was basically going to say the same thing he did.
Can everyone hear her?
Sorry.